Our names are Adrian and
Ranbir.
and today we are here to tell you about environmental impacts, animal impacts, and human impacts that computers create. We think that the way computers are being produced affects us, other animals, and the environment, so we need modification to reduce the amount of toxins released out into the world.
Our resources are electronics, but we mostly focus on computers. Almost everyone uses this resource. People want this resource so they can listen to music, play games, and to entertain themselves. People need this resource to communicate with others, mostly work related, sometimes to give their workers money or to pay their loans to the bank.
Our resource is produced by the factory workers putting chemicals inside the devices to sell them out to the people. Our resource is distributed by transportation vehicles, bringing the products to the mall where they persuade or sell the products to the people. After the product is distributed, the consumption process starts. This is where the people buy the product.
Did you know that before the big curved old TVs used to make 45% of the landfill waste? But now it's starting to get less because all the new products are entering the dump, which lowers the old TV's landfill percentage but higher the new products percentage. Also, have you ever thought about the people who make the products? 40% more miscarriages are made when there are more chemicals inside the products. How does the use of this resource impact specific food chains and ecosystems?
Well, the toxins go out into the air and the water that causes the aquatic community to die. As for the air, humans can get certain diseases or even die. We are the top of the food chain and we get a lot of contamination or toxins from other living organisms. This is the process of bioaccumulation.
We can make other products environmentally friendly and friendly to other organisms by using less packaging materials, making the products free of toxins, and making them as energy efficient and recyclable as possible. An environmentally friendly company is the Apple. They make most of their computers free of toxins. Individuals in the Denver Executive Recycling Company cooperate with each other to transport their trash to somewhere else. The Mac company works or interacts with others by asking other groups that focus on transportation to ship their products somewhere else. Also, the individuals in the Mac company's factories work together to make the products.
We can improve our electronical products by making it toxic-free and to reduce the amount of chemicals inside the product.
We should put less chemicals inside the products because the chemicals made during the process of burning the waste in the dump affects the fish in the water because of the acid they create. It affects us, humans, and the animals because it causes a lot of health dangers to the body. Also, there can be explosions because of the mixture of methane and the air.
Each year, millions of electronic waste enter the landfill. In 2007 and 2008, 16.8 million computers went to the and that only 9% was recycled. 25 million tons of e-waste enter the landfill every day.
In Guayu, 80% of the families are engaged in recycling work. These families recycle the products by getting the precious metals inside and burning the rest of the products. If you ask us, this is not recycling. We think that if we make the electronics last longer, make the products more recyclable because some aren't recyclable, make companies rethink towards what they've done, try not to put toxic flame retardants, otherwise known as PVC, in products, and make the product so that you can make all the chips the same size, then we think that it would be a better way to treat the environment, the animals, and us.
Electronic waste is responsible for 70% of the toxic chemicals found in the landfill. Also, did you know that since 2008, the max production of greenhouse gases has unsustainably increased by 57%?
Sustainable economic development is important because if it's unsustainable, more people and other animals would start to die because of the toxics. And if sustainable economic development doesn't exist, there'd be no proper infrastructure for the people. It's important in other ways too. Like if it's unsustainable, there'd be more stuff in the landfills and more greenhouse gas emissions. A good example of sustainable economic